Hey there everyone, I'm Radical Dreamer and this is a preview of The Outcast, Episode 5. The Outcast is a podcast done by myself and two other Japanese-speaking gamers living here, in Japan. In this episode we have only one thing on our minds, Metal Gear. We not only give a 15-minute review of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, but also spend time adding context to the series as it applies to Japan as a whole, and us personally. This time, in order to encourage new listeners, we have uploaded two versions of the podcast, the full version and an abridged version including only the parts specifically about Peace Walker. So, if you would like to hear the full episode, please head on over to theoutcastpodcast.blogspot.com or just click the link in the box below the video. Thanks for tuning in.
So, on to the main topic, which is Peace Walker. Before we get started though, Richard and I have finished it. Carl, you've played the demo though, I believe.
I've played the demo, but I'm holding out for the English language version next month.
As always, we'll attempt to be spoiler-free. However, anything that's A, appeared in a trailer, B, been in a demo, or C, is in the first 1 hour of the game, is pretty much fair play as far as I'm concerned.
Alright, 1 hour. I'll give you guys 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour. I mean, remember, as I said in my review, this took me 23 hours to beat, me and Gywn, and it can probably be beaten in 15 if you do nothing but the story mission. So yes, we are willing to spoil the first 15th of the game.
Which has... The first hour's been explained in pretty much all the trailers anyway.
Yeah.
That's what all the trailers refer to. But regardless, the first time I heard of Peace Walker was at TGS. Or maybe the first time I saw it. Konami had a huge booth up. Now the year before
when
that...
was it unveiled? Wasn't it,
was
E3?
last year's TGS.
I thought it was E3 last year.
I didn't go to E3.
I didn't either, but it was all on the...
Well, like the first time I saw it in person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
me too.
The year before that, there was just a Metal Gear Online booth. The year before that was the Metal Gear 4 booth. So then...
And then the year before that, yeah, they had
Metal Gear 4.
Acid and
the Portable
Substance.
Ops okay.
That's or Substance? I don't remember which one it was.
So I walked into Konami's booth at TGS, and there's a little physical actual box tank there. And they've got their girls dressed in Metal Gear outfits, and they had the trailers playing, and it's like, this is a fully fledged sequel, this is a fully fledged story game. And I looked, I said, yes, what's this resolution? Oh, PSP, why? I love Metal Gear 4 so much. You've got the engine, Konami. Kojima, what the hell are you doing? I'm not much of a portable game player, even though I just bought a new 3000 just for this game, essentially. When I come home, I want to be in front of my 42-inch TV.
Yep.
That's on my couch. That's me. The last thing I want to do when I sit on the couch is stare at a PSP screen. So what did I do for 2 days during Golden Week with Richard? We sat on the couch and played a PSP game.
Yeah, well,
very Japanese. I think it's a very natural evolution of where the Japanese gaming industry is going.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Peace Walker is just another symbol of that.
But once again, for a series which is much better received and well known outside of Japan, it still seems to me to be a surprising direction to take. In Australia, as I said, the system's dead.
It does.
I think they think that Americans are pretty much going to buy it no matter what.
Right.
And I think that they believe, here's our chance to
they've got to know that the PSP isn't very successful in America.
Well, but think about it. There are some games that are coming out that probably are going to get people to buy some PSPs, which would be this and probably Kingdom Hearts and Agito.
Can I ask you a question, Richard?
Yeah.
So... On your review for Peace Walker Online, approximately how many comments have you gotten with people saying, "Oh, I wish I had a PSP"?
Oh, I've gotten maybe 5 or 6 that actually say, "I wish I had a PSP." I've got more that say, "I'm going to buy a PSP."
Right.
Now, you got one saying, "Too bad nobody owns a PSP."
Those ones are funny. I love those because it's just so telling that. Hey, did
now
you...
look at your Final Fantasy 13 review. How many people commented, "I wish I had a PS3"?
Actually, you'd be surprised.
Really?
But not as many.
Not as many.
Not as many, but actually a lot of people, if I can go by the comments thread, didn't buy the 360 version and actually went out and bought a PS3 for the PS3 version.
Fair enough.
Which I find surprising, but
you see what I'm getting at.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like I said, there's 3 big games coming out for PSP. Metal Gear, Kingdom Hearts,
Parasite Eve,
Agito 13.
Gwyn's correct.
And
Agito is total vaporware right now.
I know it is total vaporware, but so is Third Birthday.
Yeah.
All we've seen is one trailer of it, just like we've only seen one trailer of Agito, so don't give me that one's more substantial than the other.
So we sat on the couch and played... Well, sorry, when did you first see it? Was it TGS?
Oh, yeah, I saw it at the same time you did.
Yeah. I mean, the trailer blew me away.
Went out there, got the demo from them.
Yeah. No, it was on. They put it online as well, but I didn't like at TGS how they had that stupid boot camp you had to go through.
Good Lord, that.
They had some girl in a camouflage tank top and like
Which
an
was hot.
army hat, like screaming like you were like her rookies, and she was overseeing a boot camp,
Yeah.
and she was like
Yeah.
giving you the outline of like the controls to the demo.
I got
And
some
that happened at
pictures of that.
AOU as well. Like, we have pictures of it up
Yeah,
on
I've
the
got
Outcast
pictures of
page
it.
already.
I was like, ma'am, can I just please play the game?
Yeah.
It was funny.
So I was less than impressed when I heard it was coming to the PSP, but now that it's out, and
But I
I've
have to
played
say,
it-
like, when I saw it, again, my first response was, it's Portable Ops again, isn't it? Crap. And, because Portable Ops, while I don't think it was a bad game, it wasn't fun to play. The controls did not work well.
okay.
Well, there goes any interest in that game right there.
Like, they just... Peace Walker, of course, is completely different, but we'll get into that in a minute. But no, I was just walking by, and I looked up, and I saw the preview they had, you know, in the gameplay, and I was like, gameplay, like gravity's a little shaky. And then once it hit the comic book cutscenes part,
Yeah.
where Heaven's Divide starts playing, I was
And
just
Heaven's
like,
Divide is the theme song
Theme
by
song.
Donna Burke. I
Donna
believe.
Burke,
Right,
yeah.
right.
And if you don't know who she is, you probably don't. She is an American singer, kind of half voice actress, who lives here in Japan and tries to run a talent agency for English entertainers, specifically musicians.
Right.
Was
And
she
occasionally does her
responsible?
own
Was she
work.
responsible for the Snake Eater theme?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
She's got one hell of a voice.
She does have one hell of a voice, and it's kind of interesting. I looked it up, and she's done more voice acting and stuff like that than she really has songs. But, you know, she's running her own thing here in Tokyo.
It was obvious to me she had to be located in Japan because she's singing lyrics which she's making sound good, even though when you look at them are obviously not written by a native speaker at times.
Yeah, it's a little iffy.
But
I
but
admit.
no, that song came on in the trailer with these comic book cutscenes.
And that was the point where I was like, okay, now it just doesn't matter that it's on the PSP.
Mm-hmm.
They've created something that's interesting and fun to look at. We have obviously paid attention to the soundtrack.
Yep.
We're really trying on this one, and like I watched that portion of that trailer hundreds of times. I love it.
No, I downloaded it from
It's
PSN
powerful.
and watched it over and over. Yeah.
It's a powerful thing. It's a trailer. Like, if anything, Metal Gear Solid knows how to make a damn good trailer.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Every single Metal Gear. I don't know about one because there wasn't as much hype for one. But
There was trailers for one.
But 2, 3, 4.
That first trailer for Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh yeah.
I remember where I was when I was at my computer lab in high school, and I was looking at E3 updates, and I saw that trailer of the big Metal Gear on the tanker. I was like, "That's unbelievable." They've always demoed well, and they always come out well with some kind of huge. The first demo always hits is very technically oriented, like
Right.
look what we can do now. But then, like as later trailers come out, they always play up the story mode. They always do a
And
great
that's
job
what's
of
great.
building up the
You'll always
story.
you'll get two. You'll get a gameplay trailer that's like 10 minutes long, and then a story trailer which is like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
And that's brilliant because there's some people who are really interested in the gameplay, and there's people who are really interested in the story.
Yeah.
I'm one of the people on the story side.
Same here.
And that right there, like, I was just blown away.
Yeah.
And suddenly I went from zero interest to literally jaw drop.